Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world. Today we are sliding into home base. It's Saturday, the Saturday before Christmas. Almost ran out of time this morning. It was a very close call, but we made it. Let me get the chat going. How's everyone doing? Who's excited for Christmas? I have a fun Christmas edition of the My Mortgage Hound live stream lined up for everyone this morning. We are going to go over some market statistics, and then I'm kind of doing my wish list. 3 homes that I would like for Christmas. Not 3 homes that Mrs. Steinman necessarily would like, or not 3 homes that somebody else would like, but 3 homes that I would like for Christmas. Now, if you think I'm being selfish and there's a home that you want for Christmas, throw the address in chat and I will attempt to do a breakdown live just for you. That is going to be my Santa gift to you. If you have a house you would like to see on the stream, fire it in the chat and we will make it happen. Just getting the chat going here, so thank you for everyone for your patience. How does the audio sound? Can you guys hear the Christmas music? Are my mics echoing? Is it too loud, not loud enough? Give me some feedback, help me out. Okay, chat is working. Who saw what Trump said after the Fed announcement? We've been going on and on and on. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Diana, for being here this morning. Diana, one of the preferred real estate agents of the My Mortgage Hound YouTube channel, is in the chat. So if you have any real estate agent questions, fire those in there. Diana is one of the best in Clark County. But after the Fed announcement, I can't believe nobody is talking about it. Trump said that he wants to have the lowest interest rates in the world. So I've been talking on and on and on for over a year now. Mic down just a touch. I can do that. For the last year or so, I've been doing a lot of 2-1 temporary buy downs. And I'm a big believer in that strategy. We're going to go over that. If you don't know what a 2-1 temporary buy down is, don't worry, we're going to go over it today. But I think when the president says he wants to have the lowest interest rates in the world and you're buying a house right now, I think it's a good bet to take the 2-1 temporary buy down. You know, I know it's cliche, but you marry the house and you date your interest rate. So if what the administration wants to happen comes true, there will be an opportunity to refinance. Now, you can never count on refinancing. It's never guaranteed. But it's a good thing to plan on right now, in my opinion. We're going to go over that. Let's start with some housekeeping. Before we dive in, every week, Gavin Hutkins, another preferred real estate agent for the My Mortgage Hound YouTube channel, sends over some market data. He didn't have a snapshot. He sent me something else we're going to look at. But lockbox activity, it's okay. I'm starting to see a downward trend. I know we have a lot of excuses like Thanksgiving. You see the Thanksgiving dip here. But every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a house, that data is collected. And that's what we're looking at here. And you can see it's down. Buyer activity is down. Yes, it's Christmas time, but if you compare to last year, in Oregon, we're down almost 10%. Similar to where we were last year. And then last year, it really dropped off in December. And for Washington, we're down 6.5%. I don't think this is anything to panic over. But if I've heard this a lot. I've heard buyers this week say, we're in a buyer's market. I've heard sellers say we're in a seller's market. So if you think you're in a seller's market and you see buyer activity down 6, 10, 15% week over week, maybe not. And the report Gavin sent over kind of nails that. Let me see if I have it up here. So we've looked at this report before. So in Southwest Washington, Vancouver, Portland Metro, here is the inventory. 23, 24, and 25. So starting in January of 25, we are at 3.1 months of inventory. Turn down the music a touch. You guys are awesome for keeping me dialed in here. I did find royalty-free Christmas music this morning, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Diana, if you can, put in chat kind of the definition of months of inventory, the way I am. Also, in my understanding, Diana, throw it in the chat if you disagree or if there's any other agents in the chat if you disagree. 3 months or less would be a seller's market. Between 3 and 6 months, it's considered a neutral market. And if your inventory is over 6 months, I would consider that a a buyer's market, a strong buyer's market being inventory over 6 months. So if we look year over year, January, we're right in line with 24. In February, we're a little over by almost a month in March. And we kind of trended through the year about a half a month, 3-4 weeks over 2024 until we get in November. Now we're at 4.1 months. Guys, I think we're going to see that number for December, especially with our lockbox activity down. We're going to see that number increase maybe to 4.5 months. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It's just a thing. Oh, Mr. Steinman asked for strong coffee this morning, so I made it as strong as I can. I'm going to have to pour some water in my coffee. Ooh, that is some strong coffee. So, okay, turn the music. How about I turn my mic up and the music down? Okay. Turn the mic up a little bit. Turn the music down a little bit. Okay, how are my levels now? Diana says, I see listings being pulled now and will reset the inventory after the new year to remarket the property. I'm doing that for a few of my listings. So sellers pulling their homes off the market until the new year. What do you guys think about that strategy? Music down a little more. That is shocking because normally my volume is much louder, but maybe they are doing something sneaky with this royalty-free music and they have the levels way too high. Okay, tell me if that's too low on the music. So that's inventory. Obviously nothing to panic about. I think that being at 4 months in neutral market is great. And if this number continues to increase and rates come down, that's great too. Because the fear, and I'm not on this board, but the fear is that rates come down into the 5s, maybe even to the 4s, maybe. I don't know if I believe that. But if they did, then values are going to go up. But with 4 months of inventory, I don't know if I believe that. I think that our current market could support lower interest rates and more buyer activity. You guys can kind of read through the rest of this report. Some good information here. New listings, November versus October, down 33%. So yeah, market is getting softer and softer, which makes it totally feasible to lower interest rates a little bit, make home affordability a little more affordable. Okay, that's most of our housekeeping. Let's just touch on interest rates. For buyers, the time is now to snag a good find if you can before the sellers pull their home back on the market and don't offer incentives. I agree 100%. And today we're going to look at homes that I would want for Christmas, okay? And I'm shocked to see the price tag. I'm not in a first-time home buyer price range with these homes. These homes are anywhere from $700,000 to $1 million. But it's amazing what you can get for $700,000 to $1 million in this market in December compared to where we were last year. Okay, let's touch on interest rates really quick while we're on the subject. Light attendance on the live stream today, but that's okay. It's Saturday before Christmas. The people I really care about are here. Much better on the audio, thank you. Interest rates as of yesterday, according to Mortgage News Daily, which is my go-to resource for all things interest rate related, 6.25 on a 30-year fixed Fannie or Freddie. Jumbo loans, loan amounts over $880,000, 6.41. Here's our benchmark, FHA. I don't have any FHA loans we're going to look at today, but 5.88. Guys, if you're currently in an FHA loan, I strongly encourage looking at a streamline, especially if you bought in the last 3 years. Well, Cody, that sounds great, but how do I get started? Well, you get started by scanning the QR code. You can schedule a 15-minute phone call with me to discuss anything you want, refinancing, purchasing. You just want to talk about the market. I think anybody that owns a home or is looking to buy or sell could benefit from a 15-minute phone call with me. So you can schedule that call just by scanning that QR code. Be more than happy to help you out. Or if you need a referral to a top real estate agent, preferred real estate agent, schedule that call with me. So there's my shameless plug. No, it's not the last time you're going to see it this morning. So 5.88 on FHA, 5.89 on VA. Okay, our audio's dialed in. I got some of my favorite people in chat. It's Christmas. If I was buying a house for myself for Christmas, if somebody wanted to buy me a house for Christmas, and I only could select from homes that were listed this week, this is where I would start. We are going to 1418 Southeast 188th Avenue in Vancouver's East County, 98683. 3 beds, 3 baths, 3,476 square feet. Built in 1966, sitting on almost a half acre. This home is listed by Nicole. Give you guys an idea on the map where we're looking at here. Here's Fisher's Landing East. That's 164th. So we're right in East County. Let's take a quick look at the description. Holy cow, Nicole, that's a huge description. Hopefully there's some good stuff in here. Offered at $850, contractor-owned luxury home. Has been thoughtfully reimagined for elevated Pacific Northwest high-end entertaining and serious culinary performance. Great job, ChatGPT. Professional chef's kitchen featuring a $20,000 48-inch natural gas double oven with flame broiled steel grates. I don't think steel grates are flame broiled. True commercial cooking capacity. Insulated roof. We're gonna go look at all these, all the pictures here in just a second, but you can kind of see lots of upgrades. Insulated sunroom featuring an acrylic daylight roof. Okay, big gym, sauna. All right, let's look at the pictures. Okay, nice curb appeal, blacktop driveway, stamped concrete. That's beautiful path. It's wet, but you kind of see this beautiful stamped concrete path. Enormous air conditioner. Let's stay in this view. Okay. Very high-end finishes here. Hardwood, what's that called? Shiplap on the wall. Beautiful built-in bookcase that appears to be a gas fireplace. There's your flame-broiled, great $20,000 range. Man, that thing is impressive. Granite countertops, very manly. Lots of space, lots of lighting. Here is the guest bath. Picture's a little out of order. Hardwood floors. Bedroom. Cool ceiling fan, cool windows. Nice walk-in shower. Holy cow. All right, there's a lot going on here. Wood paneling on the walls, love it. This is a bar, bonus room, perfect spot for a pool table. They got soundboards on the ceiling, sound deadening boards, skylights, cool ceiling fans. Retro bar, I love it. I hope we get a better shot at that bar. And we're at $850. We're not at $1.2 million for 3,400 square feet. Utility room. I feel like these pictures could be so much better. One, they could be in order. There's a guest bath off the garage or in the garage. There's your huge sauna. And the sunroom. How cool is this room? Maybe this is where you put your pool table. There's that acrylic roof Nicole was talking about. I don't know, guys. I love this house. Look at that backyard. Nice big lot. Okay, so out of the sunroom, you have a covered back patio. Look at this. Wood burning, huge stone fireplace. I wonder what that door goes to. Man, so much more could have been shown in these pictures. Like, what is in that door? Maybe just storage, maybe just a closet? Or is this where the sauna is? Only one way to find out. There is an open house, I believe, on this home. Is being held open today. I thought I saw that on here. Yeah, from 10 to 1. So you can go view this house today from 10 to 1. Bring a real estate agent with you. Diana Rutherford is in the chat if you have any questions on this property. Reach out to Diana. All right, numbers. I'm going to go through, well, let's look at statistics. East County, median list price. Let me refresh this here. currently 150 homes for sale. Median list price $505. Pending price $521, $522 for solds. Now, that doesn't say this house is overpriced by any means. If anything, I think it's priced right in the value range for East County. There's just a wide variety of homes. Here's one for 2,500 square feet for $950. It looks nice, but I think we looked at this home, but it's not on Cody's Christmas list. Okay, let's look at some numbers. Let's go through this fairly quickly too. $849.9 is our purchase price. With 20% down, that would make our loan amount $679,920. Interest rates today, according to Mortgage News Daily, 6.25. If we look at a payment breakdown, principal and interest $41.86, $592 for property taxes. Don't believe what you see on Zillow. Zillow says $545, but if you look, the home hasn't really been assessed, or there's something going on with the county on this home as far as the taxes go. So Smart Assets has a great property tax calculator. You type in the zip code and the assessed value, and we get $7,106. Don't cut yourself short on your budgeting. Always budget over. A glass half empty, right? So worst case scenario, property taxes on this home are going to be $592. So we add all that together, we get a total payment of $48.78 with 20% down. Mrs. Steinman threw in a Christmas list house. We'll see if we can squeeze it in. We're gonna do these lightning rounds, okay? So we can squeeze in another one. 2-1 temporary buy down. If we ask the sellers to pay for a 2-1 temporary buy down the first year, our interest rate drops to 4.25, saving us $841 a month for the first 12 payments, bringing our payment down to $4,036. In year 2, our interest rate is bought down by 1% to 1 temporary buy down. So the second set of 12 payments will be at $4,446 a month, saving you $431 a month for the second year. And then years 3 through 30, you're at the full payment, and hopefully somewhere in here we're catching a refinance. Somewhere in this 5.25 range would be great. The cost of the temporary 2-1 buy down in this scenario, it would cost the sellers $18,881, which I can tell you you should have no problem negotiating that. Diana, do you agree? You should have no problem negotiating $18,000 in seller credits. And you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck doing this than asking for a price reduction of $25,000, for example. All right. Now it's Christmas, Cody's Christmas list, home number 1. All right. And I don't mean to bash Nicole's pictures and everything, but in this market, if we are going into a market that's leaning towards buyers, I really believe in this day and age, going into 2026, your Zillow listing has to be dialed in. And I found a really good example of that right here. And I've never listed a home. I'm not a real estate agent. I don't know how it works on Zillow. I just know what I see when I'm looking. We're going to 28017 Northeast 132nd Avenue in Battleground. 4 beds, 3 baths, 2,956 square feet, listed at $779,000, built in 1973 on 2.1 acres. This home is listed by Jason. Jason says this is near the North Fork of the Lewis River. 4 bedrooms, 1 full bath, and 2 half baths. Interesting. Hardwood floors, rich wood ceilings, wood paneling, lodge style atmosphere. Okay, a lot of fluff in there. It's okay, I like fluff. But here's what I mean. Look, there's new features on here. So we can do a home tour, a floor plan. We know how those work, but look at this, sky tour. It's the first time I'm seeing this. You can actually look around. There's your 2 acres. Got a nice kind of a circle drive here, metal roof, nice flat land. Looks like maybe a horseshoe sandbox area here with a playground for kids. But I thought this was a very cool feature. I don't know. Do you have to pay extra for these type of things, Diana, when you're listing on Zillow? I don't know why you wouldn't do this. And then there's this virtual staging, which I've been talking about for a while doing with ChatGPT. They have it now built out. So, for example, here's the great room, the living room. What would it look like with no furniture? Boom. So you can remove the furniture. And let's say this is Cody's dream house, so we're going to go industrial. I want to know what it would look like if we decorated it industrial. So there's the industrial staging. And I think you could do this with just about any picture. Like here's a great example. Right? Obviously this picture was taken without the home being staged. So it's really distracting. If you're going to list your home and this is what your bedroom looks like, it's very distracting, right? But, boom, I can see the whole room now. What if I want to make it Scandinavian? Boom, Scandinavian. Wow, look at the difference here. I know this is AI, but moving the bed around so it's facing the windows. I think that looks great. So anyways, a couple features I thought were very cool on this listing. Okay, let's burn through these pictures. Uh, 53 pictures, we're going to scroll through them. Okay, here's our kitchen. There's the wood ceilings. Very manly kitchen. Does have that lodge feel. There's the bedroom we looked at. I guess I can't scroll through them. We're going to go fast. Oh, there's the North Fork. What a cool lot. Nice curb appeal coming up. Wood burning stove, beautiful fireplace. Love the great room concept here with the ceilings. Nice big windows looking out back. There's the messy bedroom. Okay, bathroom. This is the full bath. Small bedroom here. I would almost just use the AI staging, virtual staging on this whole house. Cool bonus room, but it's really cluttered, so kind of hard to see. Okay, big shop. Have fun packing up that shop. That shop's a mess, but man, what a cool space. Looks like whoever owns this house was a woodworker. I'm trying to say sauna. That's 2 homes in a row with a sauna. There's a shower in this one. Very cool. Tire swing set. Okay, numbers on this one. Exact same setup as the last house. So $779 is our purchase price. $623 would be our loan amount with 20% down. Principal and interest $38.37. Property taxes $476. Not bad for property taxes out in Battleground. Homeowners insurance around $100 a month. $4,413 a month all together. If we did the 2-1 buy down, your payment for the first year $36.41, saving you at 4 1/4, $771 a month for the first 12 payments. And then $395 savings at $4,017 in year 2 for that 2-1 temporary buy down paid for by the sellers. Okay. Should we do Mrs. Steinman's house or should we do Cody's third? Spoiler alert, my third home is a beach house. Let's look at Mrs. Steinman's house. She wants us to go to pulling it up here, bear with me. We're going to do this live. This is home in France. 2213 South 19th Way in Ridgefield. Ooh. Yes, this is a Mrs. Steinman house. Built in 2022, sitting on a 1/4 acre. This is an interesting, oh, let me show you. Let me do that again. Ooh, yes, this is a Mrs. Steinman house. 3,360 square feet, $1.5 million. Built in 2022, and this is a fun comparison. My wife, Christmas home list compared to mine. And this is kind of the price range you'd expect to see a home like this in. That's why I thought those first 2, yes, they were remodeled older homes, but priced really right. Oh, you pointed this house out. All right. So this is in the parade of homes from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Welcome to this stunning, I called it modern French country home in one of Ridgefield's former parade of homes neighborhood. They took the words right out of my mouth. Very unsanitary. Feels brand new. It was originally built by a local custom builder. I wish they'd put who the builder was, but they didn't, showcasing a level of quality and detail rarely seen. Blah, 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 blah. 12-foot ceilings. Chef's dream kitchen. Okay. Beautiful French countryside home. Love the very wide driveway. Lots of character, very custom, beautiful windows, beautiful office. It takes a lot of courage to paint a room black, but they pull it off here. Staged really nice. I assume this is staged. Love the kitchen. Looks like there is a wet bar over here with wine storage. Yeah, beautiful. outdoor patio. I love these huge sliders where you can open up the whole wall. Walk-in pantry. Love the wood ceilings in the primary. Bed looks like it's in a box, like a glass box. Beautiful. All right, let's see how much we have to pay for Mrs. Steinman's Christmas list house. We're going to do this on the fly here. And I like this one because we're going to be in a jumbo loan. So if we go back to interest rates, jumbo loans, as of Friday, the national average 6.41. Jumbo, let's say we do 20% down. Purchase price 1.4, I believe. Said 6.41 on the interest rate. Now, if you would like me to do one of these for you, you can simply scan this QR code. And I can customize one of these presentations for a home for you. I love doing this, right? That's why I do this on Saturdays. I love looking at homes, finding dream homes, putting numbers together. So if you want me to do this for you, just schedule a call. I'll be more than happy to. I wonder what the property taxes are on this home. I'm going to say $100 a month for insurance. Let's look at property taxes. $11,691 a month. That is $974 a month for your property taxes. Mrs. Steinman has champagne taste. That's what I love about her. Okay, 20% down. Purchase price $1,495,000. That makes our loan amount $1,196,000 at 6.41. Payment breakdown: principal and interest $7,488 a month. The property tax is $974. Homeowners insurance right at $100 a month, plus or minus a little bit depending on your insurance company, for a total payment of $8,562. And then with our down payment, we are at $312,691. For Mrs. Steinman's dream home, okay, one more. We'll make this a quick one. But if you know me, my Christmas home wish list wouldn't be complete without a beach house in Long Beach, my favorite beach, which is where we're at today. 23411 Pacific Highway in Ocean Park, 3 beds, 3 baths, 2336 square feet. I picked this home because this is a great home for spending time with family. It's got lots of space. Built in 1999, sitting on a 1/4 acre. This home is listed by Wendy. Oceanfront escape awaits. A private path directly to the sand. Okay. We'll go through these pictures, but there's your house, and there's the beach. So I mean, we're literally walk through the dunes to get to the beach at 925. You know, it's hard. Show me a home of this quality on the West Coast for under $1 million that's a few hundred yards from the ocean. Two-car garage. Nice lawn. Again, there's their home from the ocean. Beautiful back deck. Huge ceilings. Beautiful floors. Tastefully done. Look at those views out your window. It's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have views like that at our beach house. But man, beautiful, beautiful granite. For a beach house, they nailed it with that countertop. So we have 3 bedrooms. Here's the primary with a deck. See the ocean. Hot tub. I just don't think this home is priced that bad at $925,000. I mean, you're getting a lot out here. Nice loft with they're using it as an office. But what a cool house at 2,300 square feet. Feels a lot bigger than that. There's our primary bath. Guest rooms, guest bath. There's your garage. Yeah, beautiful. If we were to put $400,000 down on this house, our loan amount would be $525,000, interest rate 6.25%. You're looking at a payment of $3,857. $400,000 out of pocket. This would be a great retirement house, or gonna maybe 1031 some money over from a second home or investment property. You could rent this house out. The projected rents are $44,000 for a short-term rental, so it'd pretty much cover your payment if you wanted to do that. $525 for property taxes, so $3,857. Okay, that's the Christmas edition of My Mortgage Hound. Thank you. I know we didn't have a lot of people here today, but we have the 2 people that mean the most to me. That's Diana. Thank you for coming, Diana. We are creating a community here. We didn't have a ton of people here today, but I've been getting a lot of feedback from people on the live stream. And if you are looking for a quality real estate agent, reach out to me. We have some preferred agents of the channel. Love to do an introduction. You can scan the QR code. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscribe. We got big plans for 2026. We're going to overhaul this whole thing. It's going to look much more professional. We're going to have a ticker at the bottom. We're going to be doing some live streams during the week when feds make announcements, or when the president comes out and talks about the economy. We're going to be having guests on like Noah Blanton, other experts on the economy, to do some live watch parties as big announcements come out during the week. So lots of plans for 2026. Thank you everybody for your support. Enjoy your Christmas, and we'll see you back here one more time next Saturday in 2025. Goodbye, everybody.